They say if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. We say if you teach someone to fish, it increases their odds of catching something truly spectacular. After all, the world's oceans, lakes, and rivers are loaded with all sorts of crazy creatures. Don't believe us? Just take a look at these record-making catches fishermen have hauled in over the years. Just be sure to hit that subscribe button before casting your line. Largest ray. Okay, it's probably not what you think when you imagine what a fisherman catches, but wow, this is one massive ray. This particular one was caught in Thailand by TV personality Jeff Corwin using a line and rod. In fact, it is believed that this is now the largest freshwater fish ever caught using this technique. So, how big is this thing? Well, it's 8 feet wide, 14 feet long, and weighs in at nearly 800 pounds. African tiger. Alright, so a fisherman didn't actually catch a tiger, but they did catch a pretty impressive giant tigerfish. Found in Africa, this fish sports some pretty nasty looking teeth, which make it look like the big brother of the piranha. Given its history of attacking humans, anyone who takes on this guy is pretty courageous. That didn't stop Raymond Houtman, who battled with and reeled in a 97-pound specimen. The image looks a little photoshopped, but it's very real, and a world record to boot. That's no alligator. The alligator gar is one ugly-looking fish, but we understand where it gets its name. After all, just look at its snout and all those teeth. Several years ago, fisherman John Paul Morris bagged one of the biggest gars around. How did he do it? Well, he didn't use a rod and reel, that's for sure. In fact, Morris used a bow and arrow to shoot his catch. In the end, measurements have this down as being over 8 feet long and weighing 230 pounds. It is believed to be the biggest gar ever caught using a bow. Small, but impressive. Just to put things in perspective, we'd like to remind you that the biggest catches aren't always the biggest. Does that make sense? No. Well, consider this. When Michael Bailey lifted his net from the waters off the coast of England, he discovered he had just snagged the largest seahorse ever caught. The strange-looking creature measured in at over 13 inches in length, significantly larger than most seahorses. Thankfully, after recording his record catch, Bailey returned the monster seahorse back to the waters. Three's a crowd. Yeah, we realize this picture looks 100% fake, but it turns out it is very real. Sure, they might look like oversized sunfish, but these are actually known as opah, and one in the middle set a world record at 181 pounds. The proud fisherman is Joe Ludlow from California, and the catch was made while he and his buddies were on a recreational trip. Amazingly, while capturing one opah is considered rare, Joe's buddies each caught pretty large specimens on their own on the same trip. Accidentally terrifying. Imagine fishing for regular fish and snagging something truly enormous and kind of terrifying at the same time. Fishermen in the Antarctic did just this when they noticed something really big snagged in their line. When the crew got a really good look, they found it wasn't a large tuna or even a shark, but instead a massive squid, the largest one ever caught. Once they were able to inspect the creature more closely, it was found that this squid was 30 feet long and weighing around half a ton. The disturbing thing is, researchers think this species of squid can grow upwards of 50 feet in length. Yikes. Big tuna. If you're a fisherman, then you know the ultimate bragging rights are provided by a picture of you posing next to your big catch. Well, Ken Fraser has one of those pictures that puts some people to shame. You see, Fraser holds the distinction of catching the largest tuna ever recorded. The bluefin he caught in 1979 weighed in at 1,496 pounds and incredibly only took 45 minutes to reel in. This picture captures Fraser still in shock at his massive catch. It's a record that stands to this day. That's no shrimp. You're likely used to seeing shrimp hanging off the edge of a glass as part of a shrimp cocktail. Well, after seeing this catch, we think you'll need a much bigger glass. This alien-like creature was snagged by Steve Bargeron, who was just doing a little nighttime fishing from a Florida dock. After pulling up the squirming catch to take a picture, the massive mantis shrimp was released back into the water. Bargeron estimated the shrimp was about 18 inches long, which would make it the biggest ever caught. Jaws. No story about massive fisherman catches would be complete without a shark. Frank Mundus and Don Braddock were off the coast of Montauk, New York, when they noticed a bunch of sharks feeding on a dead whale. They decided to try their luck and bag one of the sharks. After a tough battle, the two managed to catch a shark that would rival the one from Jaws. So just how big are we talking? Well, that shark weighed in at an incredible 3,427 pounds. That's like catching a small SUV with a fishing rod. Well, considering we've only really explored 5% of the Earth's waters and managed to catch these things, just imagine what we haven't caught yet. If you love learning about record-setting things, then check out some of the other related videos we have to offer you at The Richest. Just remember to subscribe, and we'll see you around. Bye-bye!